Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be installing VC Formal and running it on MobaXterm. This video is for Portland State Universities, but other people can try to use it too if they have access to this software. VC Formal is a Synopsys software used for formal verification. And so to start, we first need to have MobaXterm. If you don't have this already, you can just Google MobaXterm. We need the free version. So you will download this and install it. We're also going to need a VPN to access virtual lab. So we're going to go to vpn.bdx.edu. There's also OpenVPN, but I would recommend using Cisco. You will use student and you will just log in, or if you can't log in, it means that you need to sign up for Student Do, and we can find this out later. But once you have both installed and running, we'll go and open the VPN, which is Cisco. I'm going to connect now. So now that I'm logged into Cisco, I'm going to open MobaXterm, start local terminal, and I'm going to log into my BDX account. There are more than one servers that we can connect to, but here I'm just going to go to the one that's at mo.ece.bdx.edu. So you will put your own username at mo.ece.bdx.edu and hit enter. And here we need to add the package for VC Formal. So you're going to type add pkg. We'll go all the way down to Synopsys VC static, which includes VC Formal within it. We'll hit enter and then OK. And you have to make sure to exit MobaXterm or restart it and then start it again for the installation to be complete. And I will go start a new terminal again. I will log in one more time. And now we have VC Formal installed. If you want to call it, it's VCF. This will open it, right? So now we're inside VC Formal. For the purpose of this video though, I want to call the VC Formal GUI. So we have a user interface. So I'm going to exit by hitting Control-C a couple times. And now I will call VCF GUI and hit enter. And we'll just give it a minute or two. And now we can see it opening in the background. It's going to take a minute. So here we are. This is VC Formal. We just opened it from within the terminal, and we can work with it like that. But I noticed that it's very laggy. It's very slow, which is not going to be very practical if you want to have a fast workflow. This is extremely laggy. So there's a better way to open this, and it's not going to be as laggy. So I'm going to first close this. So after connecting to the VPN, we're now going to open MobaXterm. I'm going to start a local terminal, and here we will type SSH, your BDX username at mo.ece.bdx.edu. There's another server that you can use, but I would recommend just sticking to this one. We'll hit enter. And then we will type add package, pkg. And we'll go all the way down. VC Formal is part of the Synopsys VC static package. We'll just make sure there's an X right next to it, and then we will click on OK. And we need to completely log out or close MobaXterm. And then we can open it again. Start local terminal again. And then we will connect one more time. SSH, username, mo.ece.bdx.edu. So now we have VC Formal installed. To call it, we simply type VCF and we can click on enter. This is going to open VCFormal in the terminal. And then you have to use the commands to deal with it, okay? At this point, it might be easier to see what the actual software looks like. So we want to open the graphic interface. I'm going to close this terminal first by clicking on Control-C. And then I'm going to type VCF-GUI. This will open VCFormal in the graphic interface. It's going to take a minute. And then we see that Synopsys VCFormal opens in the taskbar. And here we are. This is VCFormal. We can work with it from here, but what I've noticed is that it's really laggy. Like I'm trying to click on File. It's gonna work, but it's gonna take a while. It's not great for the workflow. I'm not sure why this is happening, but it's not snappy, it's not fast enough. So there is another way to access VCFormal, and it's gonna be much faster. So I'm going to exit right now. And then I noticed if we open VCFormal from a VNC server on the actual Linux interface, it's going to be so much faster. So the command I'm going to type right now is VNC server. Hit enter, and we're in. Okay, so all I care about here is that the local server is called localhost and the port is 5902. I'm going to go to the top left side, click on session, and then click on VNC server. And then the host name is going to be this pink localhost. So whatever this is, you type it here, which is always going to be localhost if you're always going to be using the server. We use the mo.ece.pdx.edu. The port is 5902. Make sure to type this here. Then we go to network settings, SSH gateway. The gateway host is mo.ece.pdx.edu. This doesn't change. The username is going to be your pdx.edu username. And then we don't change anything here. Okay, okay. And now it's going to open the Linux user interface. I'm going to log in with my password, which is going to be your bandwidth password or your Canvas password. And here we are. Now I'm going to open VCFormal from within this interface. But first, if you exit this, you can just access it from here. It's going to always be the last one you opened. It's really hard to keep track of the numbers, but if you just did this, it's just going to be the one. So now we open this VNC server. You might need to log in using your bandwidth username and password. And we need to start a terminal anywhere, but I would recommend start creating a new folder just to have all the files in one place. I'm going to call my folder VCFM. You can call it anything. And I'm going to open this folder, right click and choose open in terminal. And then we're going to type VCF space -GUI and hit enter. And give it a few seconds and we should have VCFormal running. It's still loading. So now we are inside VCFormal. There are a few app modes. I think we have 9 app modes here. And we can change them by clicking here. There are more apps which we interact with using the terminal here, not the GUI, but here we have 9 apps. Let's go back to FBV. And for any help and documentation access, we have this help button, which is going to open a Firefox window that's searchable. And we can see that this is much faster and snappier than opening VCFormal from the terminal. And this is a smart search, so we can find some documentations here. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful, and we're going to continue and make more videos on how to use this software.